guys and girls, this is GunsmithBeard, and I wish you all a very happy new year, a safe and enjoyable new year as 2023 closes out. And if you're one of those people that like to stay up to the crack of dawn to watch either an acorn or a ball drop very, very slowly, closing out the end of 23 and going into 24, then all power to you. As I've gotten older, I've pretty much lost all desire to do that. Even with kids, as excited as they get, it's still like not as enjoyable to stay up all hours of the night and then pay for it the next morning. I'm really feeling that the older I get. But I wanted to take the time, even though I know I promised, I think in the last video, it was my last video, and there is some truth to that, because this is not a gun video. This is just a end of the year and thank you video. So a big thank you to you guys. I know my goal was to hit, by the end of the year, hit 1,000, and we are really, really close. We're in the mid 900s, which is absolutely amazing and humbling that we started from almost nothing at the beginning of this year, and we've blown up to this point. So thank you for the people that have subscribed. If you haven't, please subscribe, because it does help us grow. If you've told friends and family to come check out this channel, thank you. And because it was my goal to create a family-friendly channel that is a safe place to talk about guns and gear without the typical responses, the narcissistic comments you would find elsewhere, or even at your local gun store, dealing with that kind of people. So my channel is, hopefully will be, and always will be, kind of free of that. So thank you to my channel supporters, because without them, like I say in every video, it would be really hard and very expensive to do without them. So big thank you to Brownells, SWAMPFOX Optics, and Shooter Innovations for bringing us products that we can show and talk about each week. So a big, big thank you to them for supporting us and supporting this channel. So one of the things that I will say is, if you follow my Instagram, you may know this already, that I am and have been going through a lot of health issues. In 2022, I found out I had a mass in my brain about the size of a matchbox car, like right here on the left side of my brain. And that causes a lot of memory issues. It causes me to sometimes stutter or mispronounce words. And when I first found out, I went through about a year of depression and a lot of anxiety, thinking that I was going to die, or whatever was in my head was life-threatening. And then when I got past that, in 2022, I went into a surgery, just a routine outpatient surgery for a vasectomy. And 3 months later of healing and recovery, because that surgery was completely botched by somebody that had no business operating on anybody, and even going to a specialist and have him say pretty much the same thing, which also led to me finding cancer through a biopsy surgery. That was a rough year for me. I can't say proudly that I have been over a year cancer-free, even though, as you may know, if you've had cancer, doctors typically won't call you cancer-free unless you've gone through cancer screenings from up to 3, 4, even 5 years before they say, you know, I really do feel like you don't have cancer. And so even though I had surgery and had the cancer removed from my body, I still have to do cancer screenings all the time, and it gets less frequent the longer you've gone without having any cancer. So I have to go through, at this point, 6 months of cancer screening. So every 6 months I have to go through labs and CT scan and all that, just to make sure I don't have cancer in my body. But so for all the people that have supported me and my family and this channel during those processes, I did just go through a cancer screening recently, and I got a big thumbs up. They didn't find any cancer, so that is a blessing from God. I'll give him the credit because, you know, I have learned through all of that, through 2020 and through 2022, that tomorrow is not guaranteed for anyone. And so I don't take life for granted anymore. I was 100% guilty before all this happened to me, just taking each day for granted, each week, each month, each year. And now I really know now in my life, through all of these things that have happened, that life is not guaranteed to anyone. And for those who are blessed enough to grow old and die, they are truly blessed, even if they don't recognize how blessed they really are, because life is so short, and for a lot of us are much, much shorter. So they should recognize how blessed they really are, even if their life didn't go the way they wanted, or the regrets or whatever happened in their life. We all have those, but we should definitely recognize where our blessing is and give the appropriate glory. You may notice that I am a man of faith. End of every video, I try to say God first, or work hard God first, because God should be first in all our lives. And not only that, we should always work hard as we're doing it unto the Lord. And so God has completely eradicated and changed my life. And I can only speak for me, but I can tell you and attest to his grace and love and forgiveness that he has radically changed my life. And so I pray for each and every one of you that you have a wonderful year next year, that it is prosperful, and that God's plan for you is great, better than what you had planned for you. And I know I can attest to that also. Sometimes the plans we have for ourselves don't work out, or they don't work out how we thought they'd work out. But sometimes something better comes along, and another door opens that's much better than you ever thought, and it kind of feels like it fell in your lap, or it was orchestrated by a loving God that we gave no credit to, or claimed never existed. So I have learned that I should be humble and patient and kind, and those are things that took a long time for me as a very stubborn, hard-nosed person to do. And so that's what I expect from my channel, and you guys and girls have done a phenomenal job also kind of abiding by that, because we should be kind to everyone. I mean, there's no reason to be mean or cruel, or even be a troll on the internet. That shouldn't exist, but it's there. But thank you for your time. Thank you for this year. It's meant a tremendous amount to me and my family, to have all your support and camaraderie that comes with you guys each and every week. I truly find a lot of joy in that. So a big thank you. I hope everybody has a great year next year, and I can't wait to hear about it and see all the new firearms and firearm accessories you guys get into, and hopefully we get into it together. So I will see you next year, and I hope you have a safe and enjoyable night. Catch you next year. Work hard, God first.